Only introverts can understand these 10 daily challenges. A person who is an introvert suffers through a slew of challenges on a daily basis, from minor struggles to major struggles and everything in between. When it comes to introverts, even the things that seem normal to others might be a source of irritation. It's not like karma is punishing them for breaking a taboo. Rather, introverts experience these difficulties as a natural consequence of their personality. It is frequently stated that no human can dwell or survive in a state of complete isolation. But believe me when I say that introverts live almost entirely in seclusion. Although they are in a busy environment, they have a tendency to isolate themselves by wearing a headset in their ears. These problems often arise as a result of their incapacity to communicate or express themselves in front of other people properly. Occasionally, they just want to be alone and conserve their energy. At other times, they lack the necessary communication skills to explain themselves effectively. In this video, we'll talk about some of the daily problems that only introverts can relate to. Hopefully, we will be able to understand more of our fellow introverts. If you find this information to be useful, I'd like to invite you to spread the word about our channel by sharing this video with your friends. Subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any new videos from this channel. Let's continue. 1. When they want someone to be silent, but don't know how to tell them to keep quiet. Introverts generally despise it when they come face to face with a rambling extrovert. Most of the time, it gets to the point where an introvert wants to relax and enjoy the peace and quiet, but the extrovert is too preoccupied to do so, since they are always running words through their head. Introverts just don't know how to approach an extrovert and urge them to remain silent so that they can enjoy some cool moments. In the end, they'll just have to put up with it and presumably remain annoyed for the rest of the day. Introverts are individuals who thrive when they are alone, and it is difficult for them to be content when surrounded by people who talk a great deal. 2. They just wish they could convey what they mean without saying anything. A significant challenge for introverts is that the most effective approach to communicate a message is through a proper or in-depth conversation. In most cases, introverts want to communicate important signals to others through their imaginations. Most of the time, when they get the bravery and gather the momentum to speak, others assume they're kidding because they aren't known for their ability to communicate well. This can be difficult since it appears that everything is conspiring against you, because when you are unable to express yourself, no one knows what you are going through. However, if you do eventually open up, they will believe you are playing around with them. 3. They often feel they're underappreciated in their current situation. Because they hardly express themselves verbally, they're not always given the opportunity to demonstrate their abilities. This is due to the fact that people who possess the superpower of expression have claimed all of the available spaces to perform or accomplish things. Even though introverts perform far better than extroverts, they might not have the opportunity to contribute or have an impact on their environment. As a result, they will sometimes sit back and let someone who is nowhere near their class or quality do everything because they want to show off or because they believe they are in charge of the situation. 4. People mistakenly believe that they're weird. Because an introvert is characterized by a calm demeanor and a lack of verbal expression, it gives the wrong impression about you to those around you. People have many opinions about you, including that you are arrogant, that you are a misfit, that you are a psycho, that you are insane, that you are antisocial, and so on. And, to make matters worse, introverts are unable to speak up on their own behalf in order to dispel common misconceptions about themselves. As a result, they become more reclusive, self-conscious, and even unhappy at times as a result of their experiences. 5. They secretly wish they were a more outgoing person. Of course, this is something that happens to most introverts. Most of the time, they wish they were on the other end of the spectrum from where they are. They are frequently envious of the extrovert's boundless energy and social prowess. The way introverts initiate, control, and elongate a conversation appears to be a difficult challenge for them to accomplish. When you are attempting to win an interview, you may discover that you are already weary or that you are unable to speak after only a few minutes of talk. When you are with someone of the other gender and she wants you to engage in lively conversation, it can be extremely difficult, especially if you are a guy. 6. The sensation of being alone. Extroversion is becoming more and more prevalent in today's society. Introverts, by virtue of their differences from the usual paradigm, frequently feel separated from the rest of society. Some introverts are not only lacking in self-expression and public speaking skills, but they are also lacking in other areas. In a situation where the only thing that brings people together is debates about the things that they don't do, they go completely silent when others are having a conversation about these things. It's because they are uninterested in the themes and would rather go home, which often results in them remaining separated from the rest of the world. 7. Engaging in social activities is a hassle. When an introvert participates in a social gathering or event, he or she will experience an uneasy feeling while the social activities are taking place in the background. This is due to the fact that they are unfamiliar with such occasions and situations. In most cases, introverted people must leave the scene or perhaps leave early from work in order to protect their minds from becoming overwhelmed. 8. You don't like the feeling of running into a familiar face, while others reach out to touch someone they know or make amusing gestures when they encounter a buddy in the mall, cinema, supermarket, or anywhere else. They become awkward moments for you. When confronted with a familiar face, the introvert will either hide or become scarce. It is not that they dislike being in the company of others. Rather, it is just their nature, and they may be lacking in topics to discuss with the individual. As a result, rather than attempting to push a conversation, they choose to conceal themselves or pretend they were unaware it was their friend. 9. You feel isolated, despite the fact that there are many people around you. Someone who is feeling lonely in a crowd of people is in an unpleasant situation. One of the most irritating aspects of this is that introverts seek meaningful conversations, yet they are frequently provided with very shallow ones. This is why an introvert sets a high value on anyone who is able to break down the barriers that prevent them from speaking or opening up. 10. Your heart feels oppressive all of the time. This occurs because an introvert has no one to whom he or she may pour out their emotions. As a result, they keep everything to themselves, and most of the time, they die slowly and in silence. Having no one even to urge you to get over your difficulties is irritating, since you are carrying a great deal of weight. Well, there you have it, 10 daily problems that only introverts can understand. I hope that this quick explanation can help you understand more about introverts. If you have any thoughts or experiences to share, please do so in the comment section below the video. Subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon to ensure that you don't miss out on any new videos that are posted on this channel. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.